Hello everybody, it's time for another Did You Know? Now, did you know, in Ponce, in the south, there is a jail. Let's just call it the 1000. Now, the 1000 has just been viral on the south because they are saying they're living in underhuman conditions. How do I explain this? Black water, which what we call water and poop together, are coming out of the pipes, coming out of the sinks, coming out of everywhere. And they're asking for help down in the south to help these conditions. Now, I have nothing against, jailers, or I have nothing against prisoners. They do the time, they do the crime. But do the time and do the crime in a safe area and not the way it's supposed to be. Where you have to wake up and see black water in your sink, black water and everything else. Now, did you know, at the same time in the south, in the north, in Bayamon, there's always a story at least once a week of either a prisoner getting murdered, or a prisoner having prostitutes in there, or a drone getting caught trying to get through the windows. This is every week. This is not an exaggeration. Every single week, there's something happening in the jails. Now, there's a female jail too. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that jail. That's another story. But I will say, to the people in the jail, I hope you find help. I hope you find safe conditions that you can do out your sentence. I'm not going to favor anybody else. Did you know that over here in my town, every week, there's something happening? There's salsa dancing on Tuesdays. There's tours that you can go around the town that tell you about the history of the town. There's jazz. Shout out to Charlie Sepulveda. And there's the like. So if you want to come down here and enjoy good music, good food, more than anything else. However, be smart. Don't expect the cops here to defend you. Don't expect that your mouth can carry the trash that you're spitting out. Don't go in the water in my town, Luquillo, because you will drown, unless you're a local surfer, which understands the geography of the place. And above all else, if and only if you get in trouble, and if and only if you can't get out of a situation, run. Just run. I'm not saying that, I'm not condoning it. But if you're in Luquillo and something bad happens, the only option you have is just to run. Because the mayor here is not going to help you. The mayor's worried about getting reelected again and not spending any money and then, kissing the hotel's ass. Nothing against the Fairfield. They made a bad place, and it'll probably turn into the new Sandy Hills, which, did you know that Sandy Hills was illegally put in the 1960s, constructed in 1973, ended in 1978. But before then, there was a nightclub, there was a bar, and everything else. Constructors destroyed it, put that giant condominium right there. Here's the problem. After they put it DRNA, or pretty much FEMA or EPA came over here and said, you know what? You're not supposed to do that. That is a hazard. Now, did you know? See these buildings behind me? That's Sandy Hills. They're literally on the edge of the beach. Not on the beach, on the edge of the beach. And sometimes, when you're in that building, you can feel it wave because of the winds. So, if you're living in Sandy Hills, be careful. This was a Did You Know? Little small thing. I like bringing it out there. Really help out the people that want to know about the stuff about my island. I'm a little saddened. Kirito Oyama just passed yesterday. Rest in peace. And I'll talk more about the news and everything else. I still haven't done the news of the 18-year-old kid who robbed the old people and then burned them alive. So I haven't talked about the education system here, that 3.5 billion is supposed to go to the education system here, but it's atrocious, beyond atrocious. And I still will talk about my town. All the good, the bad, the rental lights that are in the plaza, the fact that the potholes are not fixed, the fact that the mayor is saying that he's fixing the town, but goodbye.